Hi everyone, Debbie here. Going to do a little bit of yoga every day, so if you want to join me you can. Feel quite welcome to come. It's mostly stretching, but we'll eventually get to some hard poses after a while. So I'm just going to start by playing some bowls, just to let you get your mat out and maybe just any pillows from your bed, anything at all, any rugs that you want to roll up. If you can't stretch out, just grab a rug, and while I'm playing the bowls you can get that all ready and lie down and be ready to do a few stretches with me. See you soon. Have a listen to this is the base root chakra bowl, and it's red. So that's the colour of our base chakra, which joins us and grounds us to the earth. So this will be perfect for when we're doing our standing poses. We need to have that strong foundation and that strength. So have a listen. Going. So now we'll do the heart. Still going. That base chakra is amazing. It's going right down to the middle of the earth, connecting us to earth. This is the heart chakra. Hopefully you've got your mat and some pillows and any sort of props that you might think you need. And we'll start with a few stretches. Just going to keep that close by. Make sure you've got some water too, because we can get a little bit hot. But that can be good from what I've heard today about keeping your temperature quite warm in the nasal, and the sinuses is good. So everyone, if you can sit cross-legged, if you can't sit cross-legged, you can sit with your legs out. But up on a few pillows will help you literally be able to nearly get your knees fairly close to the ground. And then what we're focusing on is absolutely having a straight spine. So if you can imagine closing down the eyes, hands on your knees. It doesn't have to be in the way of the yogis, but if you want to, you can put your hands up like this, and you could start feeling some energy coming into the palms of your hands at some stage, and that's you dropping into that beautiful healing place of meditation and synchronizing with Mother Earth. She has her own vibration, and that can be coming up into our bodies, and all about grounding and taking our focus from the bottom of our bottom here, where we've got those points when we sit on somebody's lap and they say, "You've got a pointy bum." Well, that's your ischium or your ilium. Your ischium, and then that, imagine that really focusing down towards the earth. So you've got like a big triangle of connection to Mother Earth, and you're taking your energy further down, down, down into the earth, past the sand and the soil, the underground water streams, all the way past the small rocks, medium rocks and the big boulders, and your energy is going down like little channels, like little root systems. When you pull out a weed and you've got all those little fibrous little root systems, you've got that underneath your body reaching down to Mother Earth's core and literally grabbing into her center. And there's, I believe, a lava lake in the middle of the earth, very much like when you bite into a soft chocolate. You've got that beautiful essence of reds and yellows and oranges like paint swirling around an orange ball in the middle of the earth, which we do have an iron ball that turns slowly. That makes night and day. So if you can imagine in your mind as you're closing down your eyes that you're sending those tentacles of energy all the way down from your body, reaching Mother Earth's core and drawing that energy all the way back up past the big rocks and the boulders, through the smaller rocks, through the underground water streams, and then coming past the soil and the sand and into your feet. And feel as if you've got a warmth coming up your legs and into your torso and your chest and down your arms, through your spine and up through the back of your head and your face. Everything starts to feel warm and soft and relaxed. Nice breath in, nice breath out, and on the out breath, making a sound, letting go of the frustration and the hurry of the day, of the week, of the month. Nice big breath in, and as you're breathing in, you're drawing up that energy from Mother Earth, and on the out breath, letting it go of old style energy on the out breath, and let it go up to the universe, up through the ceiling, through the trees, past the clouds, into the sky, past the moon, past the big hole in the Milky Way. But they say that the big hole in the Milky Way is a black hole now. So from there, we can take our imagination through that hole to the edges of the universes. There's plenty of galaxies and planets and more stars. It's not just us, it's not just our solar system. And so, as you're imagining that coming out from the crown, that energy from Mother Earth, see it, feel it go up, out through a hole, like a channel, and up in through that Milky Way hole, that black hole, into space. And then I want you to imagine as if you have extended Mr. Gadget arms, but energy arms, reaching up and swooping that energy and bringing it all back down past the planets and the stars and the galaxies everywhere else, in through our black hole, past our planets and our moon, in through the sky and down in through the ceiling, in through the top of your head, and you're filling yourself up like a waterfall of healing cosmic energy all the way down through your feet and all the way down, connecting to Mother Earth. So those two energies, they know each other very well, because when the Big Bang happened trillions of light years ago, and it was like two sparks of lightning flicked and caused matter to be created and spun off, and all those, that matter is our Earth and our stars and our other planets and our solar systems. So the cosmic energy and Mother Earth energy are just different forms of energy like we are. So we are extracting and tapping into the energy of Mother Earth from below, and we are letting the cosmic energy coming through our crown and fill every cell. And we have an auric field arm's length to the sides, arm's length front and behind us and above and below us, and we have that energy. And when we have that tapping into energy like a fish in water, we have energy all around us, so we can be absorbing that in. We can be dumping old stuff out into Mother Earth. She loves it. She says, give me more, because that's like her fertilizer to make the grass greener and the trees brilliant and be able to give us oxygen, the streams clearer, the snow caps whiter. Mother Earth, whatever you don't want, let it go down there. And you can do the same with the cosmic energy, and that just turns it into beautiful healing white light that rains back down onto the earth and into us. So don't be frightened to let go of old style energy. That's no use keeping it in anymore. But with those two energies coming down from above, up from below, see it come to your chest area and then spread out and emanate like the sun's rays coming out of your chest. Feel that peace and calm coming over you now. And take some breaths with closed eyes into your heart area as if you're looking into your chest where your soul lives. Let everything be open-hearted while we do our practice with yoga today. And our third eye can be opening as well, which all our chakras, we have crown, third eye, throat, heart, solar plexus just above our belly button, sacral sexual chakra, and the base chakra again up underneath our bodies, virtually coming up to the base of our spine, but also through those tentacles in our feet. So now we're ready to begin our practice because we've actually connected and we're grounded and we've connected with all the energy that is around us. So with this, we're going to just do some stretches. So I just want you to stay put. If you're getting a bit tight legs, just pop them out the front and just leave them straight because we can do this either way. Because what we're going to do is lift our left arm to the sky, put our right arm out to the side of us and just bend that right arm and stretch over, giving that side body a lovely stretch. Now, instead of jamming up your neck like that, you have some spaciousness between there. So you keep a little bit of an open, but you can look up to the ceiling there and you can just bend a little bit further on every out breath. Breathing in and opening up and stretching and letting go on the out breath. Stretching into those ribs again and letting go on the out breath. And then slowly coming back up and then hand back on that side. Right hand comes up in the air, reaching as far as you can from the seating position, and let your left elbow bend and reaching over but not jamming up that area, trying to keep that neck long. Looking over and looking up towards the ceiling if you can, no obligation to do that and get a sore neck. And out breath, bending into that open ribs. We get so locked down in our ribs because of like shallow breathing. So yoga will get that rib cage to open nicely. And coming back up and transferring to the other side. Take that hand out a little bit further this time as we come over, and we're trying to literally get a little bit lower towards that side and even maybe come down to your elbow. But there's no rules. I don't want anybody overdoing it because we're doing stretch yoga. And that's all we need to do is stretch and feel like our body's stretching enough. And then in breath and out breath, you're really surrendering and letting go and really feeling that arch of that body and that openness of the ribs and the organs are getting a stretch inside. Couple of breaths here. And then just slowly pushing yourself back up and pushing your best way you can, and then come to the other side a little bit further out this time. Lifting up and then just sinking down. And every out breath you might get a little bit closer to your elbow. One side will be more different to the other because it'll be just what we are. We're a little bit lopsided. But as we do yoga, you know, it'll get more and more even. So that's a big plus. So on the out breath, surrendering. Letting go, knowing you've got that really good base underneath you, grounded towards Mother Earth. And when you're ready, starting to lift up on the breath, lifting up, pushing up, and then we're going to reach towards the front now. So if you've got a mirror, make sure you're sort of fairly straight through your spine. So with the cushions being underneath us, it sort of does make us a little bit easier to be upright. But just focusing on that now, so focusing that your hips are sort of really straight up into the air as if you've got a string pulling you up to the cosmos. So you're stacking your bones on top of each other, you're rolling your shoulders back, chest out, and your chin needs to come in a little bit because some people will be either that or that. So bring that chin in a little tiny bit and then reach up as if you're stretching your whole body up towards the sky, lifting your hands like this, keeping a little bit of a gap there. Big breath in and just reaching as far as you can over your legs. And another breath. trying to hinge from those hips. So trying to hinge from the hips, no curved backs. You can bend your knees a little bit if you like, and you can curve a little tiny bit, but we don't want that. We sort of want you to remain that chest out, shoulders back, reaching over with the chin and looking at your feet. And ideally, it's good after a little while, you'll get better at this, you'll get better at keeping your legs straight. But for now, just bend them, micro bend it's called. And you come down and you're keeping that chest up and you're keeping that spine straight. A little micro movements towards getting your head closer to your knees, your forehead towards your shins. And again, on the out breath, that's the key to yoga, is learning how to surrender. So letting go on the out breath, relaxing down more and more. Last breath, in and then slowly pushing yourself back upright. So because we've gone to the side and one side and then to the front, it is a good idea for us to then perhaps lie down and sort of do a little bit of a back bend. So just coming onto your mat long ways, and you've got your hands underneath sort of the top of your bottom, and your elbows are sort of right back underneath your shoulders here. Big breath in and just leaning up and leaning back the opposite way. Don't need to be losing your whole neck into it. We don't want that. We want you to be holding your head strong. It weighs quite a bit, about 6 kilos. And you know, you can spot I'm spotting a little ant crawling on my wall. And then you just bring your neck back towards here if it's a bit tight. This is just as good. Sometimes it's good to stretch your whole neck back, but you've got to keep control of that head and that neck. You're not letting it flop into everything and be sunken. You're sort of pushing your chest up, keeping that spine erect and breathing, relaxing and letting go. And so you're coming back the opposite way with your back. Another great thing for some of you, if you are struggling with that one, grab your pillows and literally lie back and hold your arms back like that. And that's doing exactly the same thing. And just sort of keeping that neck long and that spine long, but you're bending the opposite way. How many of us are on computers and me massaging, we're all curved this way. So it's just lovely to come back and relax into this position for just a little while. And when we're finished that, we're going to take those pillows out and we're going to completely lie back down and do some great stretches on our back. So lying back all the way, I'm going to take my ponytail out, and what we're going to do now is going to bring one leg up, doesn't matter which leg, but you grab hold of over the top of your knee. But if you've got bad knees, you can grab underneath and you pull your leg as if it's towards your chest. We'll do that to start with, but the opposite leg must be switched on. So you're literally switching that calf muscle on, pointing that heel towards the wall. You've got your toes towards your head. If you can do it that much, that's very good if you've got that flexible ankles. But here, you're literally opening the groin and you're really stretching your hip and squashing this one. We want this one to be squashed. And then you can even bring it out a little bit to the side by holding your hand on this hip. You bring this hip out to the side, this leg out to the side. Again, if you've got sore knees, just hold underneath like that. Trying to keep your whole bottom on the ground with this hand here. And I'll show you when I turn over the other side how you'll get a better view of that. And then when you go through a few breaths there and you surrender, you'll get further and further closer to the floor after a few of these when we do them. And then the next floor stretch is arm out, level with this shoulder, hand on that knee and coming across. Now we don't want you rolling right over like that. That's very unstable for your lower back. That's wrong. So you stay with your hand and your arm along the floor. Your foot can be either behind the knee or on the knee. doesn't matter, but you're turning half your body, but you're remaining with your shoulder, even if you have to lift the opposite shoulder up to get more of your shoulder and you're looking towards your hand. Big breath in, big breath out, and you're just really letting go on every out breath. Just breathing into that stretch. And you'll feel it really strongly through that iliotibial band, all the way down that thigh. These stretches are really great to support a lower back issue. These 3 stretches should be done every day. So coming back, and then one more squeeze to there, lovely squeeze towards the armpit this time. Keeping that one switched on. I've got to even remember, I forgot. So keep that switched on so that it's like an anchor. It's anchoring you down. And letting go, letting that one slide along the floor. The opposite leg comes up now, and so if you've got good knees, you can hold on to it from above your knee. If your knees are tricky, underneath is fine. And the whole idea is just getting and really squashing that. All in there is your lymphatic system that drains your legs. So we want that to be squashed. We want that to when we let go, it acts like a plug in the bottom of a bathtub, and all of that old fluid from the leg will drain really quickly. So squash it in towards your chest to start with. And breathing and holding your hip down with your hand, and then just take this one across to the side. Opening the groin even further, and again, if you have bad knees or you want a stronger stretch, you can come out with that. Now, should have mentioned this earlier, if you are struggling with holding your leg out to the side, you can have a couple of pillows and you can rest your leg there if you're worried that it's going to hurt or stretch, something will hurt you. This leg has to be switched on though. See how it's got to be anchored down, it's got to be firm, and so then you won't have any floppy lower back problems, you'll have strength there. But because we're doing these exercises lying on the floor is so stable for you to do back exercises, especially if you've got a weak back. You start on the floor and you can't go wrong. So staying into this for another couple of breaths, and on the out breath, just surrendering and letting go, really becoming floppy with that leg, but not this leg. This one here can go out to the side and stretch this groin open. We get so tight in our hips. Last, bringing that leg back in, so folding it back up and bringing it back to the top. Now we have our arm out level to our shoulder, our opposite hand on the knee, and we can either tuck it behind our knee, on our knee, anywhere like that, but we're just going to come and roll ourselves, not all the way over. It's not a competition to get to the floor. So you virtually have this whole area flat. Hold on to your hand and you come across so far until you feel that stretch on the side there. Big breath in, turning your head gently to look to the opposite arm, and then on every out breath, letting go, letting go, letting go. Sometimes you have to lift that shoulder up to flatten between your shoulder blades, and really letting go there and softening. And feeling that pulling up there. If you want a stronger stretch, you can just bring your leg out a little bit for the last little while, and you'll even get a stronger pull up into the lower back, but that's only if you're healthy and well and have no problems with your lower back. So coming across there, one more, surrender on the out breath, and then coming back to the center, one more stretch with that towards the armpit. Oh, forgot to put that one on again, have to switch that back on again. Really make it strong into the floor and stretching into that hip there. And breathing and relaxing and letting go on the out breath. Coming back down. So from here, let's take our feet up into the air like that. Now this is just to start with today, to get some muscles to learn how to switch on. So you're pushing your heels towards the ceiling. You're keeping your legs as much as you can upright from your hips. If you can't, you sort of can be there, but you can use your hands to make yourself stable. Put your elbows in and hold there for a little while and push your heels. Take your toes back towards your forehead and you'll feel it up backs of your legs. Now this is getting us ready for downward dog because we need really strong legs for that. And we won't be doing that today, we'll be doing that another day. We're going to build up slowly towards these things because I've had some time off not doing yoga myself. So I'm going to be like you guys, I'm going to be very slow and take it easy. So holding, pressing, keeping your knees really close together, sucking your tummy in, switching that core on. So it's like we're switching a zipper, like with tight pair of jeans, up towards your belly and also across from hip to hip, like a T-bar in there. That'll sort of make you more stable and upright. And then let's bend them and drag them along the floor like that. Couple of breaths here, just completely, fully relax here and relax out like that with your hands. Couple of breaths, letting go on the out breath. I think we'll do one more and finish with the bowls. So after you've relaxed a little bit and let everything go, just turning onto your side, lifting your body onto your side, and you're always pushing up with your one hand here, using your elbow to lift up completely, and then come into all fours for a couple of cat and cows. So knees under hips, feet are flat, really quite pushing into that mat. Hands is directly underneath the shoulders. Big breath in, big breath out. Coming up like a pussycat, stretching like a cat does. Staying here for a little minute, really feeling those vertebrae in the back, stretching into that position through the shoulder blades. Looking up into the air, just a little bit, not crunching your neck up. So take those shoulders back and chest forward, and you're looking towards just sort of midway up the wall. Breathing in a couple of times here, breathing out, pushing your bottom a little bit up into the air, so and your belly down, and take another breath out. Stretching like a cat into an arch, more and more. Coming back up through the chest, bending that tail up. And going with your breath now. In, out. In, out. In, out. And then just a neutral. One arm through the needle and just stretching like that onto your arm there for those shoulder stretches. And just a little while here. Lifting up, pushing up, and hand back in place under the shoulder, and the opposite hand goes under, and you're stretching that shoulder through the shoulder blades there. We'll add on to these as we get stronger. Breathing in and breathing out, nice and wide breaths, opening up across those shoulder blades, coming up and back onto all fours. Now I want everybody to just lie down and grab a pillow if you want and put it under your head. Lie down into, this is the corpse pose, so you literally can put your hands in the air and you just let them float down and lay wherever they want, and the feet have to be loose and relaxed. And you start closing down those eyes again while I do the bowls. So you guys do that, and I'll just get the bowls ready. Get this out of the way so it doesn't obstruct the sound. And you know, I have these little eye pillows, if you can find something like that to put over your eyes. It just makes it a little bit darker for you to go a little bit deeper, but most people are, after a little bit of exercise and the good hormones are coursing through our body, quite often we're ready for a little rest anyway. So here we go, closing down, relaxing, and really thanking your body with your eyes closed now, thanking your body from the top all the way through your face, softening your sinuses, your cheeks, your forehead, your hair even is just gently lying onto your face, throat softening, back of the head, back of the neck, down through the shoulders, melting like butter in a saucepan, letting go, letting go, letting go. Arms all the way through to your forearms and your hands. Don't have to grip anything, don't have to do anything at all with your hands, just let them be at ease, free, warm and relaxed. Take that relaxation back up through your arms, into your chest, into your tummy, your hips, and your spine like a bicycle chain, lengthening all the way along the mat, along the floor, spreading out the ribs, curving around, letting go of that buttocks tissue, literally in your mind saying, let go, let go, let go. And your body will follow. Quite often we have this holding that we do unconsciously. So this is to let go and be in the moment, be in the now, where that healing place is, between sleep and awake, that meditative state of absolute peace and calm, tranquility and harmony, peace and joy, ultimate love emanating from your heart now. As you soften behind your thighs, your hamstrings spreading and stretching and lengthening, your thighs falling out to the sides and the knees and the kneecaps are loose, shins and calf muscles at ease, all the way through the ankles and the heels to the feet, knowing that you're grounded to Mother Earth's core and you have that beautiful energy coming in through your crown, meeting at the middle and emanating out from your heart. Beautiful love and peace and joy as we listen to the bass bowl.